Here's internet personality known as Nas Daily celebrating being interrupted by pro-Palestine protesters at a meetup in Japan.
It happened to us!
He's a willing tool of Israel's brutal propaganda machine.
Yes! This is great!
But who is Nas Daily, and why is he being accused of being an Israeli propaganda machine?
I am cheap. That's why I like Thailand.
Nusir Yassin rose to fame on social media after leaving his high-paying job in New York, earning $120,000 a year to travel the world while sharing daily 60-second videos. He has tens of millions of followers across social media platforms and has numerous businesses, including a creator academy in the UAE. But his dual identity and views on Israel and Palestine has been a point of controversy.
So I'm Israeli-Palestinian.
Explain.
Look, when people look at Israel, they think a country for Jewish people. And what they don't understand is when Israel came to existence, there were other people living there, and some people left, some people got kicked out, some people died, and some people stayed inside. So my ancestors are the ones who stayed under Israel. So one day we woke up, we're like, okay, we're Israeli citizens.
Over the years, he has been accused of whitewashing Israel's occupation and equating the experiences of Israelis to Palestinians under occupation.
My unique, controversial background helped me see things not many people can see. Suffering, pain, anger. It exists on both sides. Both sides. And no one can deny that. No one.
But Yassin has evaded speaking about the conditions of Palestinians living under occupation, a 17-year siege in Gaza, and now constant Israeli bombardment that has killed at least 42,000 people in Gaza in the last year. He has also created content that attempts to reinforce that Israel's occupation of Palestine is actually a conflict between Muslims and Jews, and not about the occupation and confiscation of Palestinian land by Israel.
He's Muslim, I'm Jewish, and we've worked together for more than 1,000 days.
But this week, our relationship was tested by this.
A day after the October 7 attacks, he took to X to announce that he no longer views himself as Palestinian first. He wrote, "I realised that if Israel were to be invaded like that again, we would not be safe. To a terrorist invading Israel, all citizens are targets, which means I only have one home, even if I'm not Jewish, Israel. I love Palestine and have invested in Palestine, but it's not my home. So from today forward, I view myself as an Israeli Palestinian. Israeli first, Palestinian second."
I love you. You are amazing. You are amazing. A white-ass woman.
After being confronted at the protest, he took to X to say, "I told them I agreed with them. I also want a free Palestine from Hamas, free Palestine from terrorism, free Palestine from radical religion. They disagreed. They just wanted a free Palestine from Jews. Some users praised him, and some said he was on the right side of history. But others found his attitude and his framing of events problematic, commenting that nobody wants Palestine free from Jews. That's absurd and a lie. What people want is Palestine free from apartheid and occupation and an end to a genocide. Hamas was born out of the occupation, and certainly its actions on October 7th have been bad, but then what to say of Israel, that has committed actions that are 100 times as heinous? Nas, do you really think that gaslighting people who are suffering is the way to go?" Another user said, "Basic humanity is not to laugh when somebody's dying." But this isn't the first time the internet sensation has been under fire for his framing of the issue. In a now-deleted video that had a 1-minute explanation of the creation of Israel, he said, "Some Palestinians left, some got killed, and some stayed in their land. My people stayed." He said that he had chosen to accept the borders of Israel and the new borders of Palestine and to move on, because in life there are better and bigger things to focus on than the name of a piece of land. Which isn't the reality for Palestinians living under occupation and siege, who have been putting up with checkpoints, raids on their homes, confiscation of their property, and so many other Israeli-imposed restrictions for decades. On Monday, 14th of October, Yassin posted to IG that his Nas Daily page is moving. He said, "I want to keep Instagram free of politics as much as possible, so everything political is moving to the X platform. Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube will be used mainly for inspiring content."